that's how much he values your expertise
Sure.
and your former player abilities to go on. You're better than half the guys that were there.
Sure, let's go with that.
Like Herschel Walker's walking around, is like, get out of here. I don't want to talk to you. Tyvis Powell is on the phone from Columbus. Let's go.
Anyways, so Darren Smith, and him and I got into it because he asked me about the Browns and Todd Monken. And, he was saying, I was telling him, like, I love the fact that Todd Monken was saying that he's basically instilling confidence in his players. Like, it comes off as, you don't need Jim Schwartz. Like, you think you need Jim Schwartz. You don't need Jim Schwartz. You was a good player before Jim Schwartz. You'd be a good player without Jim Schwartz.
Of course.
Like, Jim Schwartz might have put you in position, but you were the one that made the plays. Like, even Joe Woods had a good defense of 1 year. Like,
that's right.
So y'all had the ability before Jim Schwartz came here. He maybe unleashed it a little bit, but, like, you're good. And I think that I like that message because, one, Jim Schwartz probably ain't going to be there, but two, like, I feel like the Browns players don't have that confidence like that in themselves. Like, it hasn't, like, defensively they may have because Jim Schwartz brought that to them.
Right.
But before that, to me, it was just a bunch of good guys that didn't realize how good they actually could be. So I love the fact that Todd Monken's messaging is what it is. And Darren's pushback was, he made it sound like I said, like, the coaching doesn't matter. He's like, because his example was, I'm with the Chiefs. He works for the Chiefs. He goes, it was a big difference between Eric Bieniemy calling the plays and Matt Nagy calling the plays. Like, the offense was totally different. And it's the same guys, but yet there was a different result. And I was like, that's fair because obviously I've been with different coaches, so I understand what you're saying. But as a player, I have to know for myself, like, I'm good at this. I can play man-to-man. Like, Denzel Ward is a man-to-man corner. If the next guy comes in there and tries to put him in zone, you're doing it wrong. That's not him.
Right.
If the next guy comes in and says Myles Garrett shouldn't be in a wide nine technique, then you're doing it wrong. Like, he just broke the record as doing a wide nine technique. So as long as you stick to those things, like, you should be fine.
Yeah.
That's what I was saying.
That makes sense. But I also, to your point, like, I feel like a little bit of learned helplessness can occur, right? Where it's like, the Browns have been telling everyone that will listen that, like, we need Jim Schwartz for this defense to be good. Mm-hmm. Learned helplessness is like if you're in a relationship where the other person is just always taking care of everything and you just don't even know how to, like, do the dishes or, like, your own laundry or, in the worst case scenario, you don't even know how to, like,
I tell you, in the
brush your own teeth or whatever.
In the Powell household, that does not go on. My wife does a lot, but right. I can do it as maybe not as up to her liking, but it's good.
Right. And that's what I feel like sometimes with this conversation around the Browns, where it's like, if Jim Schwartz isn't here, then what's going to happen? It's like, I thought Andrew Berry built this great defense. I thought the whole thing, like, that's where the Haslam's and the front office messaging has a little bit been off of, like, we have to have Jim Schwartz, but also we have to keep this front office together because look at this great defense they built. Well, then both of those are not necessarily true, right? Mm-hmm. If Jim Schwartz is the only key to your defense, then it's not about the front office building a great defense. It's about this coach taking random pieces that are assembled and making them awesome. Mm-hmm. I'm sure he helped. I'm sure he did make it better. I'm sure it is going to be a loss to not have him be a part of it. But if you have to decide as the Browns ownership, which one do you believe in? Do you believe Andrew Berry built a great defense, or do you believe Jim Schwartz is the key? Because if it's Andrew Berry is actually the most important part of this, fair or not, right or wrong, if that's their philosophy, then your philosophy should be, we don't need Jim Schwartz. We have a great defense, and any coach would be glad to coach it.
And I've seen it the opposite way. Like, I've seen it to where I've been involved in, organizations where they thought that it was the coaches over the players and not the players before coaches. Like Seattle, they thought, like, we can replace the LOB. Like, our system is so good that we can plug anybody in there and they can get it done. That was their thought. So they was okay letting the Earl Thomas walk. It was okay letting Richard Sherman walk because they said, we don't need, like, it's our system. Our system made you good. And this one is the reverse, to where it's like the players maybe made Jim Schwartz good. So, like, they're like, we got the players, we're getting rid of the coach.
Yeah. Well, and I just mean because some of the players have been very adamant, like, we can't lose Jim Schwartz. That's what I'm saying. That's learned. That's a little bit of that learned helplessness of, like, you could probably. I'm not saying he's bad or anything. He has obviously been a great
he's
coach,
unbelievable.
But so is Myles Garrett.
Yeah.
Right? So are some of the guys you have on this team. So don't just sell it on like, oh, if he's not here, we all just suck now. No, that's not the case. And I'm sure those players don't ultimately feel that way, but I feel like that's been the messaging that's come out, and that's not ideal. All right. Ask Tyvis anything coming up in 2 minutes. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
The right shoulder is currently blocked after a crash just north of Bexley. It's on 670 westbound just as you're passing 62 or 5th Avenue, but drive time still looking okay. Not really seeing any backups or really traffic affected as of right now. I'm 10 TV's Brina Albizu with your fan traffic.
Guys and ladies, get real about your health this new year with Synergenics and Low T Center. For a limited time, the men's TRT test is free. And the women's hormone test, normally $299, is only $99 now. And the weight loss consultation is free. You can walk in or book an appointment now at getmyhealthfix.com. So if you've been suffering from the symptoms of low testosterone, such as constant tiredness, lack of focus, or just feeling off, at Synergenics and Low T Center, you can meet with a real provider. You get real medication and you get real results. Plus, you can choose if you want to be treated in the clinic or if you want to receive at-home treatment. Either way, it all starts with a simple, quick, free TRT test at the center. The on-site lab means you get results in about 20 minutes. No waiting for days like other places. For a limited time, the women's hormone test only $99 and the men's test is free. Go to getmyhealthfix.com. That's getmyhealthfix.com.
Call the folks at Buckeye, night or day.
Hi, this is Max with Buckeye Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing. Love is in the air this month. I wanted to drop into your radio and say thank you. It's easy for our team to love what we do when we have the opportunity to serve the best communities a company could ask to be a part of. Thank you. And when you need us,
Call 614-683-9911. Call the folks at Buckeye, night or day.
The Big Nine was a sad, incomplete place. Enter Ohio State. The rest is history. The Buckeye Show.
Weeknights at 6.
The Fan. Sometimes when Tyvis wears khaki pants, I can see the outline of his genitals. There's no joke there. It's just an observation.
God, the more I resist, the more intriguing they become. I can't look away.
You're listening to T-Bone and Tyvis.
1 hour from now, we will talk with the assistant general manager of your Columbus Blue Jackets, newly appointed assistant general manager of your Columbus Blue Jackets, Chris Clark. He will jump on at 8:30. We will get his thoughts on, of course, the Jackets continuing to be, dare I say, the hottest team in the NHL.
We'll be talking to the new Blue Jackets assistant general manager, Chris Clark, on the Bryan Heating and Cooling System fan guest hotline.
I like that. You're working it out. We had this discussion.
I got it!
Before the show, we had this discussion because Tyvis is, at some point going to be sitting in the one chair when I inevitably die or get replaced or whatever. But I was like, you could, you need to practice like saying all the like coming into the interview stuff because that's like the nuts and bolts that you have to do in this job. And then you were saying, I need to get down the.
You know how hard that is?
Yes.
Bryan Heating and Cooling System fan guest hotline.
I do know how hard it is, actually.
Then you got to throw in who you talking to. So I kept trying it. And T-Bone says, well, who is he the GM of? Yeah. So then I said it. And then he said, well, what's his name? And I'm just like, man, it's a mouthful.
If Tyvis gets that down, T-Bone.
Oh, I know.
You're going to start hearing, you're listening to Powell and Perry on the Fan.
That's fine. Yeah, you know what? It will be. I'll be in there with you, Dylan. I'll be screening calls.
Well,
exactly what's going to happen.
At the end of May, it will be Bone and Perry for maybe some time there, depending on when the lieutenants say you good to go.
Yeah. Did you guys ever settle on? Well, you know what? Why am I asking you that now? We have a segment.
Get to know your resident national champion. It's time for Ask Tyvis Anything.
Okay, I'll ask my question, then I'll get to some of yours. Did you guys yet settle on a name for the new baby boy?
It's not written in stone yet, but the final two have been Tevin and Tatum, with my wife telling me she's leaning more towards Tatum, which is interesting because Dustin Fox's son name is Tatum.
Oh, see, that would be, well, that's one. Now, I don't know how close you guys are with him. I know you have professionally worked with him, but like for me, like I could Common Man and I worked for years. His daughter's name's Samantha. When we had, and I knew that when we had our youngest, like,
and you like the name. Your wife liked the name Samantha. And
Samantha's not a bad. No, I think Samantha's a beautiful name, but I never in a million years could I pick that name because it's like we worked together. I couldn't have hey, my daughter's name is Samantha too. Like that would just be bizarre.
They say my wife told me it's my choice, but it's not my choice.
I know how that is.
No.
Jason Tatum Powell is going to be joining us soon. It sounds like.
I'd rather tsunami.
Can I ask Tyvis a question?
Yeah, go ahead, Dylan. And we have plenty, but
because I'm perplexed about the Jim Schwartz situation. I don't know when he became Buddy Ryan and the Browns defense became the 85 Bears.
True enough.
But and it seems like he's not coming back. Is there an internal candidate on the coaching staff that you like that can keep this defense
probably
intact?
the linebacker. So what's his name? Jason Tarver, I think his name is. The linebackers guy. The one that's helped JOK turn into JOK. The one that helped Carson Schlesinger look like who he was. I think that if you're going to go internally, which, by the way, he was at the press conference yesterday, so there you go for that. I think that'd probably be the move that they make.
Okay. Yeah. See, that's a good thought. Good question, Dylan. Maybe the main host of the show should have thought to ask Tyvis that. That would have been a great idea.
Powell and Perry on the fan.
Yes, I told you. It's going to happen soon enough. This one from Quentin. He says, outside of Zaxby's and Chipotle, 2 restaurants that Tyvis loves. Zaxby's is a chicken place down south, if you're not familiar. Anyway, if you could have one restaurant on demand, which one are you picking? So it can't be Zaxby's and it can't be Chipotle. But one restaurant on demand, whatever you want the food, boom, it's there. What would it be?
Probably Chick-fil-A.
Really?
Yeah.
Chick-fil-A over Bo's? Yeah.
Oh,
because Chick-fil-A for lunch, they have a good salad that I like.
Oh,
Chick-fil-A over Popeyes?
I get their Cobb salad a lot.
I went, by the way, I went and had a Popeyes chicken sandwich just the other day.
And it's not the same as it was when it first came
during
out.
the chicken sandwich war.
It hit totally different.
They definitely went and found some tariff chickens, not some real chickens, because I was like, this is not the same size sandwich.
Wow.
They had, the first one I got there in the first few months when it came out, I got it felt like a pound of chicken.
Out, when the lady was sitting on the bench, tired after a long day of work.
Now I got these chickens that it's this one, it's like a Cornish game hen was the one I got. So I don't blame you if Chick-fil-A, I will give them the credit on the sandwich is consistent. It's not my favorite, but that wasn't the question. It was asked Tyvis Sandwich.
What
you would
Popeyes
take Chick-fil-A.
Did you go to, though, T-Bone?
I went to the one over on Tuttle.
You see, you got to go to the Popeyes in the ghettos.
That's a fact.
You can't be going to Dublin Popeyes and judging it off of that.
No, I'm not. First of all, I lived at Chicken Corner for many, many years. I've done the Fifth Avenue Chicken Corner. I was there, Cleveland and Fifth Avenue.
Rest in peace, Chicken Corner.
It was
it's not
great.
really that anymore.
And it's all gone. But I used to go there and get the Popeyes that was there, and it was always hit every time.
The one chicken place, Churches. Is it gone now?
I don't know if it's still there, but there was
there anymore.
There was a KFC, a
little down the street,
and a Churches all on the corner there at Cleveland and Fifth. Trust me.
Churches.
I grew up next to Independence High School. I know where the chicken places are. I have been to those places. I'm just saying. That's the one that's on the way home for me. And you
got to go out of your way to the one on 161 Cleveland Avenue. That's what you got to do.
I do. That's a fair point. Chris G in the chat said, what Olympic sport would you be best at, Tyvis? And what would your cool down song be?
Bobsled.
You'd be in the I think they
Jamaican bobsled team.
Running.
I didn't even think of that. The Jamaican lineage, though, would help. But
what's the one sport that you asked me? You told me about where they lay down
skeleton.
What is that? Face down, and they go straight down.
Yeah, their head first.
And with my weight, I'd pick up some momentum right now. I'd be rolling.
I saw somebody joking about that, and somebody made a video of what does a skeleton coach do? And it's just them pushing the person down the hill and be like, get on there. No, I don't want to do it. And they just shove them down. They're great. That's I think bobsled though. I do think they get seriously guys who played other stick and ball sports in college, because there's the physical nature of pushing off. You have to be able to be fast and strong, which is you as you get behind the sled and you run with it, and that's something that would be pushing a tackling sled. And then you're just along for the ride after that. Then you're just in the bathtub just hanging out. But that's not bad. What would your cool down music be? What would your song be that you would do to get yourself back in the right frame of mind?
To get back into society?
Yeah, like to get out of that mentality that you were in.
Bob Marley's Three Little Birds.
Oh, a little bit of just chilled out reggae.
Yeah.
Okay.
Don't worry about a thing.
It's good to sing over a different song in a different key and different tempo.
Because every
always
little thing is going to be all right.
It's good. Look at that.
By the way, this segment continues to crash our YouTube stream.
I know, every time we do it. Every time we do it. That's exactly right. I was thinking that same thing because we had all the questions laid out. And then
I still got them all up. Evan M 216 asks Tyvus, who would you rather be roommates with for an entire season?
Okay.
Cardale, Sherm, or Josh Perry? This is a very good question.
How long is the term again?
A year. A season.
A season with Cardale, Richard Sherman, or Joshua Perry.
Correct. Okay. I would never room with Josh Perry.
Okay.
He is not clean. It's a lot of clothes and stuff all over the place.
But he's not tidy. He's not like a dirty individual.
No,
he's
not dirty. He's
just not tidy.
Yes.
Okay.
I can't deal with that.
Okay.
Sherm, I would probably fight every other day. we would show up to practice like bruised up because he too slick, and I just have to go right in his mouth. Just bang.
Whoa.
Pause.
Wow. Bang.
Cardale was actually cool. He was the coolest one out of all of them.
Really?
Yeah. I lived with Sherm for like 2 weeks when I was in San Francisco.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yes.
I know. Obviously, you lived with Cardale.
I lived with Cardale. I lived with Sherm for like 2 weeks, and yeah, I no, him and I would fight.
Yeah, I can kind of see that.
Cardale is actually very clean. We kept our apartment very clean. It was so impressive that even my wife, when she first came over, was like, wow, like
impressed.
I was shocked.
Yeah, so she was able to. That helped you. be able to find the love of your life.
Because him and I didn't cook, so like there was never no dishes in the sink or anything like that.
that's because you guys.
He was on time with his rent, his half of the rent.
Perfect.
But as someone who notoriously borrows other people's cars, wouldn't you rather drive Sherm's cars than Cardale's cars?
That's fair.
Sherm's thing is like. Well, I mean, they both drive Teslas. Like Sherm drive Tesla. Like Sherm had a whole bunch of cars. He's then sold them all.
Richard Sherman needs the autopilot occasionally. Let's just leave it there.
Yeah, he does.
He does occasionally.
He would need me more than I need him.
Yeah,
that's a fact.
Yeah,
that is a fact.
Everyone says you got to fix the college football playoff calendar. Well, did they do that? Did the powers that be in college football do that? Short answer, no. We'll tell you what they did do next. T-Bone and Tyvus on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
In Canal Winchester, we are seeing some major backups after a crash on 33 westbound just as you're passing Gender Road. It's all because that left lane is blocked. I mean, 6 miles per hour for your travel times is not a good way to start your Wednesday. As for that detour, getting off of 33 and taking Diley Road southbound to Groveport Road will save you some time all the way westbound to South Hamilton Road. Head northbound through Groveport and from there going back westbound on 33. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your fan traffic.
Men, it's the new year, and for many of us, it's a time of deciding to make positive changes in our lives. This is Jeff for Tri-State Men's Health, and if you're suffering with erectile dysfunction and are tired of the frustration and embarrassment ED causes, you should call Tri-State Men's Health today, because there probably isn't a better resolution you can make than to be done with ED. You see, ED doesn't just affect you, it can also affect your partner, even if they don't talk about it. But here's some great news. If you're like most guys, the treatments at Tri-State Men's Health will give you back your sex life, because our protocols have success rates that work in well over 90% of cases. Seriously, you might even find you're performing like you haven't in years. So, make an appointment and get ED out of your life. Your initial visit is only $99 and includes blood work, a medical consult, and if medically advised, a test dose. And if that test dose doesn't work in the office, your visit is free. Call 800-900-9654. That's 800-900-9654 or go to tristatemenshealth.com. We have 2 convenient locations in the area to serve you in Hilliard and Westerville.
Why does it matter to members that Aetna was named a Best Medicare Advantage company by U.S. News and World Report? Because they chose a plan that gives them real support, real people, and real care. We show up with care management that ensures doctors work together on complicated conditions. We show up with the latest in online tools to make healthcare easier to use anytime. We don't show up for awards. We show up for you. And showing up for you is how healthier happens together.
Hey, it's Anthony. So I was recently asked how I've been doing in my personally fit arch supports from the Good Feet store. And I paused and I said, you know what? Pretty darn good. Because it reminded me what I was dealing with a couple years ago. My personal journey. I had plantar fasciitis, that horrible heel pain. If I was on my feet for a while, my lower back would be on fire. And now, honestly, none of that. Zero issues with my feet since I started wearing them. I have my Good Feet arch supports in every day. I feel supported. I feel aligned. And now that I feel better, it's made all the difference. I want to work out more. I want to go out more. Just be more active. I'm telling you, over the last couple of years, my health, my energy, my quality of life has all been affected in a really positive way. They've really helped me keep the pain away. The guys ask me all the time, do I really have them in today? Yes, I do, and I'll take my shoes off upon request to show you. Go take the free test walk. The Good Feet store on Polaris Parkway and Stringtown Road in Grove City. Get started at goodfeet.com.
Your mornings are jam-packed. So if you're going to add anything, make it your favorite bite from Tim Hortons. Buy any size beverage and add a daily baked donut for $1, a tasty bagel for $2, or a freshly cracked hot breakfast sandwich for just $3. It's the best way to add more to your morning. The 1-2-3 menu, only at your neighborhood Tim Hortons. At participating U.S. restaurants, must ask for offer in restaurant. Tax extra. Exclusions and terms apply at timhortons.com/offer-terms.
The common phrase is new year, new me. But that's hard to do when you're dealing with pain. Hi, I'm Tyvis Powell with QC Kinetics. I struggled to get through the day just like you until I seen my guys at QC Kinetics. Dr. Tesner and his staff brought me treatments that help my body repair my knees and shoulders. If you're like me and don't want to have an operation that keeps you away from doing activities, then visit QC Kinetics, where your treatments is in the office and there's no downtime. You'll be moving better and stronger, and that way you can accomplish all your goals. For me, I want to lose weight this year, and thanks to QC Kinetics, I can run and lift just like I used to when I was in the pros. Simple procedure that can deliver big life-changing results. Let January be your clean slate. Stop managing the pain and start solving it with QC Kinetics right here in Dublin. Call now for your free consultation. 380-208-4544. 380-208-4544. That's 380-208-4544.
Hey, what's up? It's T-Bone. If you've ever had somebody do work at your house, it's annoying as crap, at least to me, when someone shows up to your house that you never met, you've never worked with, and you didn't hire to do the job. Subcontractors, I understand why they exist, but for me, I want to work with a company that's going to bring people who know what they're doing, who are trained by the company to put their product in. On time, on budget, no surprises at the end. That's what Baths R Us does every single time. These folks started in Ohio and grew by word of mouth because they do it right the first time. And the big difference with them, they have local crews. They never sub out the work. The people who show up to your door, they're trained by Baths R Us. They're actually employees of the company, not some random crew they hired last week. Whether you need a safer bathroom to stay independent or you just want a space that you're proud of, they build it to last. That's Baths R Us. Call them today and see what it's like to work with people who actually keep their promises. Kind of a rare thing these days. Call them today, 380-225-BATH. That's 380-225-BATH. Baths R Us, bathrooms you can trust. Call now.
Bishop and Friends.
This next statement I'm going to make, I'm sure, meant something way different 20 years ago, but your Florida State Twins jumped in the portal.
Bishop and Friends, sponsored by Diamond Seller.
Weekdays from 9 to noon on The Fan.
The Fan Guest Hotline is sponsored by Ohio Heating and Bryant. Doing whatever it takes to keep you and your home comfortable. The Fan.
Tyvis Powell helped the Buckeyes win a national championship. T-Bone watched Tyvis Powell help the Buckeyes win a national championship. Equally important. You're listening to T-Bone and Tyvis.
Tweet the program, @Bone and Tyvis 971. This, if you missed it, the big news of the over the last, 12, 14 hours has been the fact that the Cavs traded away Darius Garland and in return got James Harden. We were just talking in the break, Tyvis, about how it's on one guy for this thing to be effective, because there is no way the Cavs made this move if Donovan Mitchell was not consulted on it at least.
Oh, yeah. Right. I think that in the history of all of the NBA, if you're a superstar, it's only been one star that didn't know or that wasn't consulted about a trade, and that was Luka Doncic. He's the only one, and it caught him by surprise.
Fair enough.
Everybody else, they usually go to him and talk to him and say, hey, we're thinking about doing this. Do you approve of this? Do you want this? And that guy has to sign off on it. And in this case, they obviously went to Donovan. Again, it's not shocking that a report came out that Donovan, if they get an early exit, Donovan will ask for a trade after. Like, that's not, of course. Like, Donovan wants to win right now. He's been very vocal about wanting to win right now, and he's not getting any younger. So to me, this is an all-out move to make sure that Donovan is satisfied. And if it doesn't work, at least you can say, at least Donovan will be like, well, I did want this move and it didn't work, so maybe I should still stay, you know?
Yeah. I feel like if you end up as the Cavs getting James Harden to come in, which they did, and then they go out and maybe make a run at getting like a top 3 seed in the East, and then get to the playoffs and do exactly what they've done, which James Harden has exactly done in his career too, like, there's still a chance that you don't end up keeping Donovan Mitchell this offseason. And then what was all this for? Like, I mean, I understand.
Donovan's not getting any younger, and Donovan does get some injuries,
and
too.
in that case, T-Bone, you would have blew it up anyway.
Well, that's
they
fair.
was
You're
blowing
right.
it up after this year, no matter what, because the core 4 thing was done. Like, what gets me about that is everybody else on the outside of the Cavs realized that 2 years ago, and it took them till just now to start blowing it up. And I don't.
Yeah. I
feel like they've been trying to trade Jared Allen, but like nobody wants Jared Allen, so like that's a hard piece to move.
He tried to help his case the other night by going for, what was that, like 40
and
points?
17.
Yeah, that's right. But yeah, so anyway, the Cavs, I know it's tough to pay attention to NBA in the regular season. I do understand that, but this is one of the biggest deals. NBA trade deadline is, what is that, tomorrow?
Tomorrow
is when it all officially wraps up. So
I wanted Giannis, but
hey, man,
a little birdie tells me that Giannis is probably going to be stuck in Milwaukee this year.
It's going to be, don't worry, it's Giannis and LeBron and James Harden. Big 3.
No,
and you know who else I saw is, what's his face, out in
Anthony Davis.
Yeah, that would be
Draymond Green.
Yeah, Draymond Green is apparently on the trade block from Golden State. He's never played anywhere else. So, you know what, bring him to Cleveland, too. Why
if
not?
Giannis did go to Golden State, I think they could win it.
Yeah, that's where I would see him probably going, but yeah, we'll find out.
I think yesterday the favorite was what's that? What's it? The new
Kalshi?
Yeah, on that.
I thought you were gonna say Kiki. That could
Do
be.
you love me? Are you riding? No. On that Kalshi, it said that the highest thing was him not being traded was like the favorite, and then after that, it was actually the Miami Heat.
Oh, see that. I've lost track of
El Heat.
Yeah, I don't.
Also, people that were hating on the Harden move on DraftKings, the Cavs went from like 22-1 to like 12-1 after the trade.
To do what?
To win the championship.
Oh, really?
So the sports
who's
books.
the better favorite? OKC.
Yes,
Well,
the sports books like James Harden to the Cavs. If that means anything to anybody.
I'm gonna be 100% honest with you. It don't matter who come out. You ain't beating OKC.
No,
I just don't see it. It's
I don't
not
see it
happening
either. Yeah.
And a sneaky move yesterday. If Fish was here, he would make us get off the air for getting
the Bulls
in the weeds. The Celtics traded Anthony Simons away
for Vucevic.
Jason Tatum might be coming back.
Yeah, that
for the
Celtics
playoff
team is
run,
gonna be.
and then they might be. Then the Cavs can't get over the Knicks either. So
that shocked me. They trade something. He been really good for them this year.
There's got to be a reason.
Rolling this year for them.
Here's what you're going to have for the college football playoff games coming up this year, just so everybody's aware. The schedule this year, the quarterfinal games. So you obviously have the home site playoff games first, and then you'll have like the quarterfinals, right? Those are scheduled for Wednesday, December 30th is when the Fiesta Bowl will be for college football. That's going to be out in Glendale, Arizona, State Farm Stadium. December 30th, because December 31st is a Thursday, if I'm not mistaken, that Thursday night will be an NFL night. So they don't want to go head-to-head on New Year's Eve with the NFL. So you're going to have a game Wednesday, December 30th. Then the other 3 games will be Friday, New Year's Day, January 1st of 2027. Obviously, we're still a long way from this, but that's when the Cotton, Peach, and Rose Bowl will all be. So you could have a team that plays December 30th in that game in the Fiesta Bowl. the next game on the semifinal schedule would be January 14th. So
what?
Yeah. So you will have December 30th potentially, then December 31st, then 14 more days. So like over 2 weeks break between when you play your semifinal game and then the quarterfinal game and the semifinal game if you make it that far. Then after that, we know the championship game is on January 25th. So you were talking essentially 26 days? No, more than that, right? Almost a full month you will have off, plus not a full month off, but like you will have so much time in between it where you have played 2 games in what normally in a college football season you'd play 5. They will play 2. So why are we doing this? Everyone said the calendar sucks and is bad, and they've said, you know what, great, we're going to make it even worse. Good job, everyone. And then, oh, by the way, make your NFL draft decisions when? Like almost into February?
Why are they trying to extend it like further out?
I don't know. Because they're stupid?
At this point, you say the champions is December or January 24th?
5th, I believe.
25th?
Yeah.
So essentially they'll have 1 month of working out, then have to start spring ball?
Yeah, pretty much.
That is the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my life.
Yeah.
And it will be a sleuth of injuries.
There will be a ton of them. Of course there will. And oh, by the way, everyone, remember how great the transfer portal was this year? We're going to do that again next year. All
During
the same
the
clock
season.
there. But now a further extended playoff run, so then all the teams that are in the playoffs have even more of a headache with that. Just what are we doing in college football? What are we doing in college sports, honestly? Let's switch gears from college sports, talk a little NFL. The Huddle coming up next. Super Bowl edition of The Huddle next. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Good morning. We are still noticing a crash over by Blendon Township. It's that 270 northbound ramp as you're heading towards 161 eastbound, so expect some lane closures out there this morning. We also are seeing a disabled vehicle by New Albany, 161 eastbound, just passing Hamilton Road. That left lane is blocked in the 30s for your travel times. And lastly, seeing another disabled vehicle by the downtown area, just north of Fort Hays Park. The right lane is blocked on 71 northbound, just passing 670 west. I'm 10 TV's Brina Albizu with your fan traffic.
Hey everybody, it's Berm from the Austin and Berm Show on 97.1 The Fan. There are a lot of reasons that we should be working to get healthier and happier in our lives, but one of the unexpected benefits of losing weight, my wife no longer elbows me in the ribs at 2 a.m. I didn't realize how bad the snoring had gotten until it's gotten better. And that's the kind of change I'd hope to achieve when I lost 35 pounds with Awaken 180 weight loss. 35 pounds down in just 6 weeks and officially under 200 pounds for the first time in 25 years. That number still feels fake when I say it out loud, but it's real. And what's just as real is how good everything else feels. There are no joint flare-ups. I'm moving around a lot better and never feels like a chore. I'm aware of when things feel wrong, and I'm also aware when things feel right. Thanks to my Awaken 180 coach, Mandy, I've learned how to eat, how to adjust, and now I'm heading into maintenance with a plan. That's what Awaken 180 really does. It teaches you how to keep going once the weight is gone. Free support for life with the solution for weight loss. Go to awaken180weightloss.com.
Care Heating and Cooling. Honest technicians, honest pricing. Call 1-800-COOLING.
Hey, what's up? It's T-Bone. Columbus, are you hungry? Well, it's a good thing Uber Eats has the best deals at all your favorite local restaurants. Like this great deal at El Vaquero. From now until March 31st, you can get a buy one, get one free quesadilla deal, all on the Uber Eats app. That's good for me, but I need to figure out what everybody else is going to eat. So next time you're craving a great meal, don't overthink it. Just get on the Uber Eats app and save big with a great deal. Order now only on Uber Eats. Terms apply. See app for details.
I'm Leslie from Pella Columbus.
And I'm Wilson from that other window place.
So let's talk price, Wilson.
Let's talk about the price, Bob.
I hear it a lot. Leslie, aren't Pella windows a bit more expensive?
The actual retail price is.
But we're not. We've got 5 different window lines for the $300,000 to the $3 million home. All are Pella Elite.
Oh, so when I get on the show, I'm going to have to bid lower. That'll come in super handy someday.
Get the windows that Columbus homeowners rated the leading window brand at PellaColumbus.com.
At Great Lakes Hyundai, the savings are so good. You know the savings are so good. You know the savings are so good. Great cars, great deals, Great Lakes. GLakesHyundai.com.
What
What can ADP do for small business? We help answer the business questions, like how do you track employee time? How do you do payroll taxes? Or what does compliance even mean? So small businesses can focus on bigger questions. Now florists can ask, can we invent another holiday to sell bouquets? Pizza shops can ask, how do we stuff a calzone into a pizza crust? And pool cleaners can ask, what is that thing in the filter? These are the questions you can focus on when ADP takes care of the business of your small business. ADP for small business.
Ah, college. A time to broaden the mind, question, learn. A time to challenge the status quo. And eat a ridiculous amount of pizza, which you can buy with your Huntington Bank debit card with the Ohio State University logo. Huntington Bank is proud to be the official consumer bank of The Ohio State University and the unofficial bank of pizza. Let's go Bucks! Let's get more from money. Switch to Huntington Bank. Welcome.
Attention men, if you wake up and you feel like you got hit by a truck, if your waistband keeps creeping out, if your bedroom game is rated M for missing, you feel it, she notices it, and you're not alone. For many guys, this is ED and low testosterone. That's where Columbus Men's Clinic, powered by Men's Pro, comes in. We didn't copy men's health trends. We built a playbook since 2014. Labs in minutes, in-person care for better results, urology-backed science. A recent 54-year-old patient told us, I feel like I'm 30 again. He's crushing it at work and back in the gym, lifting like he did years ago. Oh, in his words, not mine, fun is back in the bedroom. I feel like a beast. Another guy said, they treated me like a person, not a patient. I wish I came in sooner. We have treatments that work for over 92% of men, even when the pills fail. And this month, when you start a treatment plan, your first month is on us. Call 614-300-7400. That's 614-300-7400 or go to columbusmensclinic.com.
Say goodbye to car care headaches with Carvenience from Hinderer Motor Company. This is Justin Hinderer. For only $49, we'll pick up your vehicle, leave you with a rental, and return it fully serviced and spotless. No more juggling your schedule or wasting hours at the shop. Carvenience lets you focus on what matters while we take care of all the rest, making life easier. Schedule your service today at HindererMotorCompany.com.
Broadcasting live from the McDaniel GM Superstore Studios, driving excellence since 1916. Chevrolet. Together, let's drive. WBNS HD1 Columbus.
Good morning, I'm Dylan Gonzalez. The Columbus Blue Jackets remain hot after shutting out the New Jersey Devils 3-0 last night. The Jackets will have a quick turnaround as they host the Chicago Blackhawks tonight in their last game before the Olympic break. Coverage starts at 6:30 right here on The Fan. The Cleveland Cavaliers will play the Clippers in LA tonight, but the two teams agreed to a trade yesterday as Cleveland will receive James Harden in exchange for Darius Garland and a second-round pick. The 23rd ranked Miami Redhawks beat Buffalo 73-71 last night. Miami is now 23-0 on the season, extending the longest winning streak in MAC history. And the Pro Bowl game was played last night. The NFC beat the AFC 66-52. This update was sponsored by Eco Plumbers. Get $500 in free plumbing services when you buy a new water heater. Visit geteco.com and book today. Breaking sports news when it happens right here on The Fan, Ohio's sports destination.
Tyvus has a bum wrist from playing football. Bone has a bum wrist from opening the heavy doors at Sheets. You're listening to T-Bone and Tyvus.
I'll tell you what. I want to do something I think that we should do a little bit more of on the show. We've got the YouTube channel. We've got the chat. We've got a good network of people. You can also follow us at Bone and Tyvus 971. I want to start the, I don't know what we would call this, but like, you know how when you find a place, a restaurant, something good, and you like it, and you want everybody to know about it, like, I think we should start trading that information a little bit better on this show. Like, you and I do that. We will mention, like, oh, hey, did you go to this place? We had that. We liked it. But, like, I'm going to start trying to do that more often, and I want to hear from you guys, because I remember a few people in the chat today have been talking about, like, chicken places and, oh, you need to go to this specific place for, like, this Popeyes was great.
Dylan said that.
Well, Dylan did, but, like, I saw Quentin in the chat. He was saying that he went to a Popeyes location where they got everything wrong. So, like, I think we should have the pluses and the minuses on that, too.
You know where the best McDonald's was that I've ever been to?
Where's
it's
that?
Actually in Chicago. I was doing something, and I was with Josh Perry and Maddie and her sisters.
Okay.
And they got the one in Chicago. They got the one where you can get stuff from international McDonald's.
Just so people know. Oh, yeah, that's the headquarters. Isn't the headquarters there in Chicago?
Yeah. It makes every other McDonald's terrible. Like, if you eat at that one, you really really want to eat at that one ever
again. You are never beating the foodie allegations because of this stuff. Because I'll tell you.
First of all, I never would have went there if that dude that's out there that's going to be on next, if he never brought it up.
Yeah. Well, Joshua Perry is for sure a guy who I know likes to find a good place to eat. But you said you enjoyed that. So it's not like you were like, oh, I didn't even care about it, didn't even register. You realized how great it was. I have long said that McDonald's should have on their menu, like we always have, here's the burgers, here's the chicken, here's our breakfast selections, here's our drinks, here's our sweets that we have, or our smoothies and whatever else. They need to have an international section on their menu that's like every couple months they refresh that with 2 or 3 items from around the world. And then if one of them becomes like a permanent thing that we all like, just add it to the menu. But if you put that stuff out there, and then all of the United States can have some international McDonald's stuff because they have different things. I know in Spain, I think you can get like a cup of cheese with your chicken nuggets where you can like dip the nuggets in some kind of like cheese sauce. Why don't we have that here? What's stopping us from getting that?
I went to Culver's yesterday.
They have a cheese sauce.
I know.
You can get that with the fries.
So let me tell you why the experience was bad. Usually you get the fries and then the cup of cheese. They took the cheese and put it on the fries and like put it in the box and gave it to me. So my wife was like perplexed. She's looking in the bag like, oh my goodness, they forgot the cheese sauce. And if they forgot that cheese sauce, then I've got to hit a U-turn and go back because a pregnant woman without her cheese sauce is bad for business. So I said, well.
That's also, by the way, for a fat radio host, me, that's the same thing because I'm also going to be very mad if they forget my cheese sauce.
So I said, well, check the fries. They might have just put them on the fries. And she said, sure enough, they are on the fries. And she didn't really enjoy them the same.
I've never seen them do that.
I didn't either.
Because they're crispy, and then you dip them in the cheese sauce. They're still crispy. You put the cheese sauce on and let it sit for 5 or 10 minutes while you drive home. That's going to be all. It's still good.
It was fine.
But it's not the same.
Not at all.
Yeah, if you're craving a certain taste, I totally agree.
By the way, going back to the McDonald's menu thing, all I want is the spicy McChicken here in Columbus. Tyva says they have them in Cleveland. Yeah. I don't understand. They started in the South. Now they're in Cleveland and they just skipped right over Columbus.
This is what happened with the bagel sandwiches, where for years, or not for years, but for about a solid year up in Cleveland and some of those like Northeast Ohio, you could get the bagel sandwiches for breakfast. But here, the local McDonald's here, the franchises of McDonald's people down here said, no, we don't want to bother with bagels. And so we yelled enough on the afternoon show that it eventually got fixed. And so now you're welcome for that. Much like Tyvus helped bring back the snack wrap. Another reason why you're never beating the foodie allegations, because you were actually cited by McDonald's as a reason why they brought it back. In the commercial, they put your tweet in there. You got acknowledgement. You got paid.
You know what's crazy is that I don't eat McDonald's no more.
That's terrible.
Because they brought back the snack wrap and it kind of stunk.
My wife is on this. My wife's on this thing where she don't like want to eat fast food anymore. So like,
but you just said you went to Culver's.
Specific fast food.
That's okay, all right. Like fast casuals. Yeah, I'll refer to that as.
That's correct. If it has a drive-through, I'll call it. Yeah, I see what your point. It's Culver's is a little elevated from McDonald's. I'll give you that. But yeah, in either case, I'm just saying that stuff, bringing back these foods. Maybe they can bring the spicy chicken down here. It's got to be the local people's choice. It cannot be like McDonald's has the spicy chicken fillets. Just send them to Columbus and let's go.
And I want to reiterate, not this. They have spicy chicken sandwiches all the time. No. Spicy McChicken.
The McChicken, yes.
Very specific.
Exactly right. All right, it's time to talk some NFL.
The biggest questions in the NFL are answered right here. Welcome to the Huddle.
All right, Dylan Huddle question number 1.
Over under 35 games coached for the Browns by Todd Monken.
That's going into 3 seasons, yes, unless you make the playoffs.
Right. I mean, well, if they make the playoffs, he's not getting fired. Right?
Is he gonna? So the question is he gonna be the coach when the dome opens?
I think you could honestly put this at 33 and it'd still be kind of a tough call. I feel like I would. I'm
going to say over. I'm going to be optimistic. I'm going to say over.
I'm going to say under, and I'm going to be
yourself.
I'm going to be realistic as opposed to optimistic.
Optimistic over. They're not gonna, they just came off of a guy that they gave 6 years. There's no way they just going to give him just 2.
Okay.
Two and a half at least.
The huddle. Question number 2, Dylan, please.
So, NFLPA interim executive director David White spoke at the union's annual Super Bowl week news conference, and he said that the players have no appetite for an 18th game. What do you guys think about that?
No, of course they don't.
They shouldn't.
The season's long enough. Why would they want another game? Now, the way I see it is, if you give them an extra bye week, and if you're pulling a preseason game away and just adding that to the end of the season, I'm not all the way mad about that. Now, I get that, one, if you handle your business, it's only going to be 17 games because you're going to sit the starters for the 18 game anyways. 2, financially, it's actually better for the players because in the preseason, if you're like me, you're only getting $1,000 to $1,500 a week for those games, to where obviously regular season you're getting a game check, which the money's changed, so it's probably like $20,000 now for a game.
Jeez.
So you're making a huge financial difference there. I think the bye week is the biggest thing about it all. I think that they would be willing to do it, but you have to give them another bye week.
Well, the reason we talked about this yesterday, the reason the owners want to do this is, one, they also get a bigger check when they don't have a preseason game, but they have a regular season game. That's more revenue for them. The international games that the NFL wants to do, you're not going to do that as many as they want to, which is they want to do 16 of them, every team playing an international game every year. You're not going to do that unless you get to 18. The players' position is this is what it should be from a negotiating standpoint, regardless of how the players feel. The Players Association should come out and say they don't want to do this. In fact, they want to go to 16. They want to cut it back. Unless the owners are willing to give you something in return for another game, which would be way more money. So, like, negotiation-wise, this is the thing they absolutely should say is, we don't want an 18th game. We're thinking about striking. You know what I mean? Just like get it out there that you need some kind of inducement to play that 18th game. It's not just going to happen for no reason. Huddle question number 3, Dylan.
So at the Super Bowl, if you remember in the offseason, JSN was asked about what wide receiver U is, and he actually said LSU. And Tyvis agreed with him because they both said Jamar Chase and Justin Jefferson going into the season were the best wide receivers in the NFL. But he was asked about this again at the Super Bowl.
Why is Ohio State wide receiver university?
I would say, when you look at the list, it's a long list and it's about to grow even more. And I think it's just too much elite talent, from top to bottom in the league, and, guys that were in the league past years. So I think when you bring it all together and you look at the names and what we've done, I think, there's no question now.
Is Ohio State undoubtedly wide receiver U now?
Have to be. I'd say, JSN's a big reason for that.
Right.
You can make the argument he's the best receiver in the league. So, yeah.
You're still not sold, Tyvis?
I think that the reason that you can make the case for it is because, yes, JSN was the best receiver in the league this year. I think that they have more, contributions from different guys, but they still they still got 2 of the top guys in the thing. Like, that's, to me, like, Marvin Harrison didn't have a great year. Chris Olave would have had a good year, but he had some injury, some health scares at the end. Scary Terry was injured this year. Garrett Wilson got hurt this year. So it's like, it's hard to really make the case.
That's all right. Don't worry. You're going to have reinforcements. Carnell Tate's going to go in this coming year, add his name to the list. Next year, Jeremiah Smith will go in. He'll be great. So, yeah, Marv's going to find it again. He'll be good. So, yeah, you'll be fine. That's wide receiver U, Ohio State, done. Andrew Berry spoke about hiring Todd Monken. You'll hear what he said next. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Good morning and welcome to your Wednesday. We had a crash that just cleared up by Canal Winchester. It was happening 33 westbound, just passing Gender Road. That left lane no longer blocked, but still seeing some major delays out there. So areas like Diley Road, Groveport Road, and South Hamilton Road will all get you back going 33 westbound and avoiding that area. Lastly, for our folks in Reynoldsburg, we are seeing a new crash. Expect some lane closures on that West Bryce Road southbound area to 70 westbound because of another incident out there. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your fan traffic.
Hey, what's up? It's T-Bone. Tired of snoring? Dr. Mark Levy can help with a custom mouthpiece that opens your airway and stops the snoring. No mask, no noise. Call 1-800-MORE-SLEEP or visit sleepbettercolumbus.com today. Stop snoring. Sleep better. Live better.
Welcome to Tire Discounters. Oh, hiya, Phantom.
Mike, you may be in big trouble with Chip Wood.
Our owner?
Free oil changes along with alignment?
On any 4-tire purchase.
And Michelin's up to $100 off?
Yeah.
Sorry, Mike, but I'm telling.
But the Wood family is behind all this.
Oh, those rascals.
But don't tell the accountants.
Of course not. And what do they do again?
Buy any set of 4 tires at Tire Discounters and get a free alignment and oil change. Make them Michelin's and save up to $100 more. See store for details.
When second's making a play, short's got it covered.
A winning insurance strategy doesn't rely on one person.
Good hustle, good hustle.
2 things: communicate with your guys and make sure everyone's in the right coverage. It takes a team that knows its roles well, working together to provide an exceptional experience.
Set the screen. You have to protect yourself. All right? Wildcats on 3. 1, 2, 3, Wildcats!
At Shelter Insurance, you can count on our local agents and award-winning customer service to help you protect what matters most.
The biggest football party of the year is at Hollywood Casino Columbus on Sunday, February 8th at the Sportsbook. I'm Scotty Vegas, and the party gets started at 5 with a special prop show with tons of betting advice and prizes. Enter win a helmet signed by a 7-time champion. It's a party everyone's talking about. Space is limited. The Sportsbook has massive screens, so reserve your spot at HollywoodColumbus.com. Must be 21 or older. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-589-9966.
Are you looking for the best deal on TRT? At Synergenics and Low T Center, you get powerful TRT dosed for your body and get it covered by insurance. It's TRT that actually works with your body. And this February, they're offering free testosterone tests and discounted peptides and GLP-1s to make getting your life back as easy as possible. So don't miss this opportunity now. It's the best time. Go to Synergenics.com or lowtcenter.com and book today. Don't wait.
Your mornings are jam-packed. So if you're going to add anything, make it your favorite bite from Tim Hortons. Buy any size beverage and add a daily baked donut for $1, a tasty bagel for $2, or a freshly cracked hot breakfast sandwich for just $3. It's the best way to add more to your morning. The 1-2-3 menu, only at your neighborhood Tim Hortons. At participating U.S. restaurants, must ask for offer in restaurant. Tax extra. Exclusions and terms apply at timhortons.com/offer-terms.
Hey, it's T-Bone again. Listen up. Sleep apnea doesn't have to rule your nights. Dr. Mark Levy's been treating snoring and sleep apnea for over 15 years with proven results. And now he has an office in Marysville. Call 1-800-MORE-SLEEP or go to sleepbettercolumbus.com. Stop snoring, sleep better, live better.
And now, Public Education Matters with Ohio Education Association President Jeff Wensing.
School secretaries, custodians, nurses, paraeducators. These are just a few of the education support professionals who help schools in Ohio run smoothly every day. We are so grateful for these educators who ensure our students have a safe ride to school, healthy meals, and so much more. Please join me in saying thank you.
Public Education Matters, brought to you by the Ohio Education Association.
Hello, it's John Kozik, founder and president of TurboTrack Realty, and I buy real estate as is fast for cash. Give us a call today for an all-cash offer at 614-470-2000, 614-470-2000. I buy vacant properties, inherited homes, divorce situations, death in the family. I even buy my tenants won't pay me the rent houses. Give us a call today for an all-cash offer at 614-470-2000, 614-470-2000.
What's the best way to make sure you don't miss any of your favorite fan shows? Oh no. Download the Fan app, silly.
Ah, damn it, I knew that.
App Store, Google Play, or just scream right at your phone. Psst, you can also listen to Buckeye games. Do it now. Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center. Starting off the day with teens and 20s, and then as we go into the afternoon, we'll expect more sunshine today with afternoon highs in the mid-20s. For tonight, partly cloudy overnight with our lows down into the single digits, and then for Thursday, we'll see more sunshine, but not so much warmth. We stay in the low 20s with light winds. For The Fan, I'm meteorologist Meredith Garfalo with the 10 Weather Impact Forecast.
The two most mature people working at the radio station. And that's just because they wear pants. The pervert and the skivvies. Rothman and Ice.
Weekdays at noon.
The Fan. T-Bone would like to take a second to remind everyone that Eddie George is awesome. And that Ronnie James Dio was an American treasure. And that pickles are gross. Thank you. Here's T-Bone and Tybus.
Helps if you turn your microphone on, T-Bone. I'll tell you, if you are a guy who is feeling like the energy's just not there, you're not sure what is going on, maybe it's been a few months, a few years, you've noticed, though, your energy has decreased. Maybe it's at the gym you're noticing you're not getting the results you used to. Maybe it's just as simple as whenever you try to do stuff around the house or play with the kids, you're realizing, I don't have it. I don't have the energy I used to anymore. That could be because of low testosterone. And if that's the case, the Columbus Men's Clinic is there to help you out. They've been helping guys get safe, effective treatment for over a decade, since 2014. You can call them right now, 614-300-7400 to set up an appointment, or go online to columbusmensclinic.com. But what's going to happen when you do that is you're not going to get a one-size-fits-all solution. You're actually going to talk to someone who's a medical professional who can guide you through the process, get your blood work done, find out what's really going on, if it is low testosterone, if it's something else, and then find a treatment that is right for you. So that's why you need to go check them out today. Better than the online pill places that'll send you one pill for everybody. May not work best for you or your budget. Columbus Men's Clinic is different for a reason, and that's why guys have been going to them, like I said, since 2014. ColumbusMen'sClinic.com. To sign up, it takes about 30 seconds to get your consultation going there. ColumbusMen'sClinic.com. Do it today.
You know, if you remember during this coaching search, it was a report that went out that the Browns was asking these coaches how they would develop Shedeur Sanders.
Mm-hmm.
And it's funny because Andrew Berry yesterday got asked about Shedeur Sanders. And obviously, Todd Monken's not going to commit to him, but you know, you look at Shedeur Sanders as a piece that needs to be developed, and a lot of people have him penciled in as a starter. And I'm wondering, did Todd Monken, well, you know, Todd Monken wanted to draft him, so Todd Monken obviously had some type of love and admiration for Shedeur Sanders. Do you think that could be the selling point of this whole thing?
It'd be very interesting. I would be surprised if Shedeur Sanders was the selling point, right, for Todd Monken. But Andrew Berry was asked about why did they have test questions with a guy like Shedeur Sanders on it? Why did they have it? Because they had a test and I don't even know if test is the right word. They had a questionnaire that these guys had to fill out.
Yeah, it was like 5 or 6 questions or something like that.
But one of them was, how would you develop Shedeur Sanders?
Yep.
And he talked about that yesterday.
So when we talk about player development, one of the things that we wanted to get out or get a feel for with all the candidates was less about the specific player, but more about the player archetype, so to speak. So Shedeur, right, is naturally that's like an example of a young quarterback. And see what thoughts candidates had on that. We also had another young player on defense, and we also had a position coach as part of that because we wanted to see how the head coaching candidates thought about those things globally, given everything that's asked for them in that season.
All right. So he said, yeah, go ahead.
I cap a little bit. I'm gonna call cap on that because see that's the thing. I don't know who he be thinking he be talking to sometimes. Do you think we not intelligent or something?
I ask this question a lot about the Browns front office when they talk to us.
Because the question is this: the question on the questionnaire says, "How would you develop Shedeur Sanders?" Mm-hmm. But you're meaning, how would you develop some young players? Then why wouldn't the question be, how would you develop the young players on this roster?
Oh, well, I'm sure his answer would be, why beat around the bush? Let's be specific. And his answer was, well, we had a defensive player's name on there too. We had an assistant coach's name on there too. So we are asking a coach how he would develop all these guys. And we just so happened to pick a young player on the offense who just so happened to be Shedeur Sanders because quarterback is important. But you know who else's name is a young quarterback who's still on your roster? Dylan Gabriel. Could have said that.
I don't think he's going to be on the roster in about 3 months.
That's why, like, to your point, Tyvis, when it's like, oh, we didn't, Shedeur Sanders, you're reading into that? We just put a guy's name on there like we would with some other players. That's all we did. You could have said Dylan Gabriel.
You could have said anybody.
Yeah, you could have said.
You could have Harold Fannin.
You could have said, right.
You could have said Quayshawn Jenkins. You could have picked anybody.
Yeah. You could have literally said, too.
Especially if you mean, we're talking about young players that's on our team. Well, just take everybody's name out and ask, how would you develop young players on the team?
By the way, like, I do want them to develop a quarterback, but you know what? And maybe they had this question on there too, to be fair to the Browns front office, which I don't know if they deserve it, but I'll try to be fair. I would have loved to know if there's a question on there that says, how are you going to rebuild the offensive line? You know, like, how are you going to ensure that whoever we do develop as a quarterback and all this effort we're putting into figuring out the quarterback situation, how do we know that, like, no matter what we get Jesus Christ back there to play quarterback, but if the entire offensive line is just like, whoop, sorry, my bad, like, it doesn't matter who's playing quarterback because that guy's going to be running for his life. That's, to me, kind of, I understand they have to have this very in-depth process. I understand this word got out there about these questions, but developing a football team is not developing a quarterback. And I think the Browns process is limited a bit because it does feel like they put so much focus on developing a quarterback because they've never been able to really do it right. And instead of focusing on that, why don't you focus on building an offensive line? If I were the head coach, I'd be asking Andrew Berry, what's your plan to get me an offensive line? What's your plan to draft a wide receiver? Like, are you planning on doing your part of this? Because I can only develop what you give me, and if you don't ever draft guys that I can use, what are we doing here?
I'm still stuck on the fact that they took a third-round pick, Zach Zinter, and he's unplayable.
Right.
That's
right.
That's unbelievable.
No, but we can't talk about that because we hit on a couple guys defensively in early rounds, and
Quayshawn Jenkins and Harold Fanning is the only two they've hit on offense.
Yeah, and then defensively,
is that right? The only two players they drafted in 6 years on offense.
Now that's a deeper question. I have to go back and look and say I'm trying to think of the other guys that they would have drafted. I'm sure there's someone I'm forgetting. Yeah, I know. The look you just gave me was like, oh, really?
The two best offensive players that they've had in 6 years that they've drafted. That's Harold Fanning and Quayshawn Jenkins. That's crazy.
How old is Njoku? Is he pre that?
Yeah, because he got drafted when I was there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Him, Jabril, and they had three that year, right? Him, Jabril.
Was that 2018?
And Myles Garrett. All three of them went in the first round.
Those guys were all taken.
That was 2017.
Yeah,
I was there.
Before he was
I was
there,
in OTAs that year.
What I find even more unbelievable, Tyvis, is that if the development of a 5th round pick and keeping intact the defense of a defensive coordinator that's leaving, if those were two like pillars of this hiring process, we'll be back here again in 2 years.
Right. No doubt. It's
you don't have no faith?
You got to do it. Yes. How do you do with developing Shedeur Sanders, and will you keep Jim Schwartz happy? If you're right. If that's what they were building all this around, good luck with that.
They got to get some. If we're going to talk about the offensive line, they have to get some veteran guys because, like, to me, I think you got two starters. One of them you can't count on, unfortunately, is DeJuan Jones. But I think you can
He's always hurt.
I think you can start the season off with him as your right tackle. You obviously have to get somebody behind him because there's no guarantee that DeJuan's going to make it. And Luke Whippler could definitely play center. So I think you got two pieces. The rest of those pieces, the other three, to me, you have to get. I wouldn't say just draft 3 linemen and have just 2 vets. 1 in a possible.
No, but
like
you know
that
what?
to me, that doesn't work.
I wouldn't mind it though if the Browns literally said, "This is the offensive line wide receiver draft. We're not touching defense."
They should do that. They better be doing that.
Up and down the roster, we're hoping to get 2 starters out of the 5 offensive linemen we draft, and of the wide receivers, we're going to draft like 2 or 3 of those guys, and we hope one of them is like a for sure starter. And like in the first round,
get somebody
pick one of
in free
each.
agency.
Yeah, like I'm just saying, build it that way, and then yes, also go out in free agency. Nothing should stop you from going and adding a couple veteran offensive linemen.
But the
problem
with that is, you ain't getting no left tackle in free agency.
No.
You're a left tackle and you're good. You're not hitting free agency.
You draft your left tackle, and then you try to fill in the spots elsewhere.
That's a big spot. And
true enough.
The last time we drafted a left tackle was Jedrick Wills, who played right tackle, but they switched him to left tackle.
How'd that go?
Didn't go well. Now, to be fair to him,
here we go.
To be fair to him, he was replacing the guy, so it was never going to be good. Now, he was terrible, but
that's right.
It was going to be seen real big because he was replacing Joe Thomas.
I mean, it's always going to be tough, but still. No one's comparing him to Joe Thomas.
Yeah.
Like at this point,
I didn't say he was good in any shape or the form.
Yeah. By the way, Todd Monken, the guy who's in charge of this offense, had this to say yesterday.
I'm no different. I like being stroked.
So, I don't know what that means, but that's
your favorite thing.
We're ready for. Oh, I'm going to use that. Don't worry, it's there.
I like being stroked.
New Blue Jackets assistant GM Chris Clark. He will join us in 2 minutes. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic
from the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Noticing a big crash just north of Linden as you're heading southbound on 71. It's at Weber Road where the left shoulder is blocked, but we are down to 20 miles per hour, and those slowdowns really extending towards 71 and 161 this morning. We also have a crash happening by Dublin. Expect lane closures on that 33 and 161 eastbound ramp to 270 southbound. We also have another incident not too far away. The right lane is blocked on 270 northbound, just passing Tuttle Crossing Boulevard because of yet another crash. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your fan traffic.
Get your furnace fixed fast. Call Care Heating and Cooling. 1-800-COOLING.
Hey, what's up? It's T-Bone. Columbus, are you hungry? Well, it's a good thing Uber Eats has the best deals at all your favorite local restaurants. Like this great deal at El Vaquero. From now until March 31st, you can get a buy one, get one free quesadilla deal, all on the Uber Eats app. That's good for me, but I need to figure out what everybody else is going to eat. So next time you're craving a great meal, don't overthink it. Just get on the Uber Eats app and save big with a great deal. Order now only on Uber Eats. Terms apply. See app for details.
You got this. Breathe. You got this. You got this.
In the moments that truly matter, what do? Rise to the occasion. Ohio Health. It's time.
Come into your local AAA Tire and Auto Service for a full synthetic oil change for just $74.99. Plus, earn $7 toward your next service with Duramax dollars. And on the plus side, AAA members save more. Offer ends February 28th. See store for details.
Day one, the hardest day. The day you hear,
this is a type of blood cancer.
At the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society, we are here to help you move past day one. To learn more and get help on any day, visit LLS.org or call 1-800-955-4572.
There's nothing Bo Bishop can't do well, except find competent co-hosts. Bishop and Friends.
Weekdays from 9 to noon.
The Fan. Tyvis played in some of the biggest stadiums in the world. T-Bone has eaten some of the biggest pizzas in the world. You're listening to T-Bone and Tyvis.
We are now joined by the newly promoted Assistant General Manager of your Columbus Blue Jackets, Chris Clark, former Jackets player as well, joining us on the Bryant Heating and Cooling Systems Fan Guest Hotline. Chris, good morning. Thanks for taking the time. Congratulations on the new role.
Hey, thanks, guys. I appreciate it.
So what does it mean for you to, be a part of this organization, get this honor, and then also to see how, as you're getting this promotion behind the scenes, the Jackets on the ice, like the plan is starting to come together a little bit and starting to look pretty good. What does that mean to you?
It's awesome. I've been here. I was traded here Christmas of 2009, a couple days after Christmas in 2009. So, I've been here a while. I love the town. My kids have grown up here. It's been awesome. And the next step is just to kind of get some playoff games and get winning here for the fans. I think it's going to be awesome.
Hold on, Chris. We're not going to go past that. You got traded on Christmas Day? Is that what you just said?
No. It's a couple days after. So it was right after they have a trade freeze on the Christmas holiday. So I think it was either 27th or 28th, something like that. It was the first game after.
That probably messed up that messed up the holidays for you.
It certainly did. It wasn't the best timing for sure.
When you look at the Jackets and how they're on fire right now, are you one of those guys that are upset with the Olympics? It's okay to admit it.
I know. It's we got some bumps and bruises as well. So it's a good time for the guys to heal up a little bit before the final stretch, before trade deadline coming up afterwards, and then the final stretch into the playoffs. So it's the timing's going to be right for a couple of our players, and I think most of the teams have a similar situation.
We are on the phone with Chris Clark, assistant GM of your Columbus Blue Jackets, on the Bryant Heating and Cooling Systems fan guest hotline. Speaking of the timing, right? I mean, we know about that Olympic break coming up. It isn't ideal when your team is currently on, I would say, the hottest team in the NHL, or one of. Like, it's been a pretty great run here for the Jackets of late. Right after they get back from this Olympic break, you're going to have a week or two, and then it's trade deadline time. And obviously, I know you, Rick Nash, Don Waddell are all trying to work through the plan there. What has this run for the Jackets done for those plans? Do you feel like this organization is in the same spot it was, say, around Christmas, the New Year? Have those goals and plans for this season, specifically around the trade deadline, changed at all, given the recent run of play?
Yeah, it has. It certainly makes us, think a lot more about our plans going forward. If it stayed the same as how we were doing in, December and leading up to, the coaching change and adding Bones to the mix, and he's been outstanding as well as coaching these guys and bring a different perspective and all that. So it definitely changes our thought process for sure, and there's going to be a lot of thinking, a lot of talking here in the next couple of weeks before the trade deadline.
One of the things that a lot of people talked about going into this season and last season was the goaltending. And ever since we've made the change to Bones, it seems like the goaltending has been unbelievable. I mean, Elvis last night had a shutout, and then I think Jet had a shutout earlier in the month. What has been this big change? Is Bones the secret recipe? Does he know what to say to these guys to get them fired up? They're standing on their head.
Goalie whisperer for sure. No, he's we put more emphasis on blocking shots and defensively a little bit more, but he didn't come in and change too much. It's just some of the little things that he does, the talking to the players, and it just sometimes just having a different perspective. Dean was a great coach. He's going to get another job. He was outstanding last year for us, but sometimes you just need a different voice in the locker room, and sometimes that's all it takes.
I was going to ask you about just some of that discussion about the head coaching and how that's all changed. We talked with Bones last week and asked him about the goaltending, and he kind of said, that's not really on me. That's more of our goaltender coach. I just kind of do what those guys, tell me to do. But he downplays things, but having a veteran guy, and I know, like you said, Dean Evison was too, but having a veteran guy who's been around so many different organizations, 5 different plus decades, I think he's coached in the NHL. Has that just calmness, maybe that calm, cool, collected demeanor allowed him to get some of these guys to realize, hey, it's not that complicated. We're just playing hockey. Let's go do things the way we know how to do them. Has that been the presence that you felt when you kind of brought him in?
Yeah, I think so. That's a good perspective. He's seen it all. He's been through it all. He's coached some of the guys' fathers. He's done all that stuff. Right. So he's. He does walk. He walks into the room, and he has that presence right away, and he gains the guys can just see that he when he talks, he knows what he's talking about. Not that other coaches don't, but he just walk in with all that background that he has and everything. It makes a big difference.
New assistant GM for the Blue Jackets, Chris Clark, joining us on the Bryant Heating and Cooling Systems fan guest hotline. So I wanted to ask you about, as a player, obviously when you were in the league, would you say the role of the front office, the GM specifically, how has it changed from the time when you were playing to what now you're involved with the Blue Jackets, or has it?
I don't know if it's changed much. It did. I played before and after the salary cap era, and a lot of it before the cap, it was, I want this guy, go to my owner, we'll spend the money, we'll get this guy. And now it's, we have capologists, we have guys that just, look at, can we fit this guy in? How do we fit him into the cap? It's not just, can we spend the money? So there's a lot more detail that goes into, I think, the front office in the past 15 years or so, actually 20 years now, than it's been in the past when I first got in the league. So I think that's probably the biggest difference, from when I entered the league till now is just that there's a lot. The thought process of not even what I need now, it's what can we fit going next year and the year after and the year after that, just because of the salary cap and it going up and at one time it would go down. as well. It just depends on how the league is going. But, the league's in a great place, so the cap keeps going up, and it's been going up for the past 10 years or so. So that's been fortunate for us.
I know you got your eyes set on the Blue Jackets, but I want to ask you about the Cleveland Monsters. I know that they're doing well. I think they're second in the standings. Is there anybody on the Monsters that we should keep our eye out for that could potentially move up and make some noise for the Blue Jackets?
Yeah, I know everybody's seen Del Belbaluz. He's come up a little bit and played. He's been outstanding for us down there. Luca Pinelli's had a few games here the last little bit. Dyson Mayo's been up, but I think we just have a good mix of young guys down there. We played last night, and Cleveland played last night, won 3-2 in overtime. Where we had a goal from Luca Del Belbaluz from Luca Pinelli and Luca Morelli. So
man, you thought you had it with
all three Lucas.
You thought the March Madness line was a lot of March. Now you got the Luca line. My God, that's pretty great. The Luca connection. That's very good. Get Luka Doncic in there while you're at it. Does he skate? We'll find out. So we get him from the Lakers.
There you go.
All right. Well, hey, Chris, best of luck going forward. Congrats on the appointment again. And Jackets tonight taking on Chicago for the final game before the break. Hopefully we'll get another win there. But thanks for the time this morning. We appreciate it.
Anytime, guys. Thanks.
There you go. Chris Clark, new assistant GM on the Jackets on the Bryan Heating and Cooling Systems fan guest hotline. Chicago in town tonight. We'll hear all the action right here on the Fan. Take a break. We'll come back, hit the buzzer next. It's T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Well, the roads in Reynoldsburg are getting pretty messy out there. We are seeing a crash that West Bryce Road southbound area as you're heading towards 70 westbound. Expect some lane closures out there, 30 miles per hour for your travel times. And not too far away, we are seeing a disabled vehicle. It's that 70 westbound ramp really impacted as you're heading 270 northbound. Also expect some major slowdowns there. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your fan traffic.
All the folks at Buckeye, night or day. My toilet's clogged, bathtub too, the sink is running slow. Water's backed up everywhere, oh please don't overflow.
Clogged drain, no problem, it's 93 or free. I'll clear any drain or you don't pay with a 1-year guarantee.
It's 93 or free, guaranteed.
Call 614-683-9911. Call the folks at Buckeye, night or day.
Great Lakes Hyundai, the savings are so good.
The savings are so good at Great Lakes. But have you seen our inventory? With over 1,000 new Hyundais to choose from, there's no need to settle at glakeshyundai.com. Find a new Palisade with the exact options you need, or a new Tucson in that color you have been seeing around town. Plus, every new Hyundai comes with Hyundai Assurance and America's best warranty. A 10-year, 100,000-mile coverage. At Great Lakes Hyundai, the savings and selection are so good.
Hey, everybody, it's Berm from the Austin and Berm Show on 97.1 The Fan. There are a lot of reasons that we should be working to get healthier and happier in our lives, but one of the unexpected benefits of losing weight, my wife no longer elbows me in the ribs at 2 a.m. I didn't realize how bad the snoring had gotten until it's gotten better. And that's the kind of change I'd hope to achieve when I lost 35 pounds with Awaken 180 weight loss. 35 pounds down in just 6 weeks and officially under 200 pounds for the first time in 25 years. That number still feels fake when I say it out loud, but it's real. And what's just as real is how good everything else feels. There are no joint flare-ups. I'm moving around a lot better and never feels like a chore. I'm aware of when things feel wrong, and I'm also aware when things feel right. Thanks to my Awaken 180 coach, Mandy, I've learned how to eat, how to adjust, and now I'm heading into maintenance with a plan. That's what Awaken 180 really does. It teaches you how to keep going once the weight is gone. Free support for life with the solution for weight loss. Go to awaken180weightloss.com.
Hey, what's up? It's T-Bone. Let me ask you something. When's the last time a contractor did exactly what they said they would? On time, on budget, didn't give you any surprises at the end. With Baths R Us, there are no surprises. These folks started in Ohio and grew by word of mouth because they do it right the first time. On time, on budget. And here's the difference with Baths R Us. They have local crews, never subcontracted. The people who show up to your door, they're trained Baths R Us employees. They aren't just some random crew that got hired last week and has no idea what they're doing in your home. Whether you need a safer bathroom to stay independent or you just want a space you're proud of, Baths R Us builds it to last. That's Baths R Us. Call today and see what it's like to work with people who actually keep their promises. 380-225-BATH. That's to call Baths R Us and deal with a company that started right here in Ohio and grew by word of mouth. Because they treat people right. They do what they say they're going to do. 380-225-BATH to call Baths R Us. Baths R Us. Bathrooms you can trust. Call now.
Hi, I'm Dr. John Runyon from Runyon Dental Group. Are you missing teeth or do you have uncomfortable dentures? Dental implants can not only transform your smile, they can restore your confidence and allow you to eat those foods you love that you've been missing. When I was in my early 30s, I was in a similar situation needing complex dental work and dental implants. I understand all the emotions that you're feeling because I've been the patient and I know that we can help you. Schedule a free consultation today at runyondentalgroup.com. That's runyondentalgroup.com.
Your mornings are jam-packed. So if you're going to add anything, make it your favorite bite from Tim Hortons. Buy any size beverage and add a daily baked donut for $1, a tasty bagel for $2, or a freshly cracked hot breakfast sandwich for just $3. It's the best way to add more to your morning. The 1-2-3 menu, only at your neighborhood Tim Hortons. At participating U.S. restaurants, must ask for offer in restaurant. Tax extra exclusions and terms apply at timhortons.com/offer-terms.
All your favorite and least favorite fan shows are available wherever you get your podcasts. Just type in 971 The Fan to the search bar and hit that subscribe button. It's free.
We're the land of the free and the home of the sunburnt, freckled fat guy.
Do it now. It's almost Football Friday. All play and no work.
Sponsored by Tansky's Sawmill Toyota.
Your home for football, The Fan. Two men who both know the value of a good hat.
You're bald.
This is Bone and Tybus.
Joining us is now a guy that's on Bishop and Friends, Eric Reeser. It's nice to see you back in this cold weather after your time off. How do you last night a bomb was dropped. James Harden.
Sure.
Where are you with Darius Garland?
They dropped some ordinance in the National Basketball Association. Like, let's still wait on and see what exactly the Cavs do before Thursday's deadline. Because
think there's more to be done? The only move left is Lonzo Ball because nobody's taking Jared, so you can forget that.
Well, maybe you can package J.A. with Lonzo. Like, here's my thing with Harden, and it sucks for Garland, but you couldn't rely on him and his health, and you needed to maximize your return on Donovan Mitchell, and you don't have much time to do that. Now, what this does for the Cavs is instead of an Eastern Conference semifinal dismissal, they'll be dismissed in the Eastern Conference semifinals.
Right. I just feel. I mean, I know.
You've also voided 2 years that you owed Darius Garland. You didn't. So
you
this
gotta
is
pay it to James.
No, you don't. You have to pay him for 1 season, and you're paying the Garland and Harden.
James is going to opt into his contract.
No, he's not.
It's $40 million.
Like 13 of it's guaranteed.
It's $40 million.
It's fine.
He wanted a long-term commitment. That's why he left the Clippers.
But he also said he wanted a chance to win now.
Yeah.
And that's what he feels like the Clippers.
Now he want a chance to win.
I know.
He's been stealing money all this year. Now all of a sudden it matters to get a ring.
No, it matters because, and I don't know.
He picked a time where OKC is on this franchise historic run where they're going to just.
So here's the thing. For Harden, you're not winning the West because of the aforementioned Oklahoma City Thunder. There's been no easier time to win the East. You don't have Halliburton with the Pacers. You don't have Jason Tatum with the Celtics.
Oh,
for now. Yeah, maybe.
Dylan thinks he's coming back in the playoffs.
So if you're going to win the East, you can do it now. We're going to try to paint this turd wine and gold for the next 3 hours on Bishop and Friends. I don't care. Like if
I know what you mean though, because
if they can make a move for a big that can shoot before Thursday's deadline, great.
How big is Giannis Antetokounmpo?
He's large.
Oh, he's large. That's a large man. That'd be a guy.
They not getting Giannis. I'm gonna tell you why.
If he goes to Chicago and then they land John Shire in the offseason,
he's not getting traded.
I'm gonna lose my mind.
He's not getting traded.
Well,
Giannis is not.
No.
See, okay? I love the conspiracy theory that Jimmy would actually, with his role as the Bucks owner, would then sweetheart a deal to the Cavs, so then the Cavs can get all the attention.
That makes no sense for Jimmy
his
to do
dumb
that.
Organization, so that when they inevitably go 4-13 this year, no one will care because Browns is fine.
That's
Cavs have Giannis.
The city of Cleveland won't care about the Browns. That's impossible.
Didn't care as much when LeBron was winning titles. Or a title. But
he was a fun distraction.
Yes. I'm just saying.
Cleveland's always a Browns town.
I know.
No matter how good the Guardians or the Cavs are. It's similarly to the Chicago Bears. Like, you can have these great runs by these all-time athletes. It's still going to revert back to the football team.
That's all right.
Unfortunately.
I know. Hey, I get it.
2016 was a little different because you had a baseball team and a basketball team reach, the finals in the World Series.
Yeah, how the sports gods let that happen for Cleveland.
While the Browns were probably in the worst time in their terrible franchise.
Or was they 1-15 that year?
I think that was the 1-15.
Yeah, they went 0-16 2017 because I was there for OTAs and then I left. And they went 0-17.
Did you leave?
Did you curse them?
They left. You said, I don't want any
They left me.
I see where this trade's going.
I seem to remember a Sports Center not top 10 where you didn't leave.
I'm not trying to be part of this. I get it.
They kicked me to the curb.
That's a badge of honor.
I think so. They did me a favor.
They said, get out of here. You're not, we don't think it's going to work with you. And then they went out. The people who thought that sucked.
It was
so
fun.
They were dumb.
They did say on the Sports Center thing, like, the Browns are already 0-1.
Right.
And they went 0-17.
They did.
There you
exactly
go.
Right. Yeah. So that's perfect. By the way, this is not related to anything we've been talking about, but this just came across my timeline. You know how the Olympics are coming to Columbus with the Olympic soccer thing with the Crew Stadium?
Big Olympic town.
Yeah, very cool thing. Well, I think the way we hit it yesterday was that one of our listeners said this spot on. It's the Columbus Olympics. Some events will be held in L.A. Like some events,
Oklahoma
City.
Some
events are off-site. Some events are other places, but this is Columbus's Olympics. However, I saw this with regards to the FIFA World Cup tournament that's coming this year. Do you know how much they're charging for parking? Match day parking in LA for the 2026 World Cup.
$150.
Got a guess? Research?
$200.
Both of you have severely undershot it. $300
just to park?
To park.
Like on someone's lawn?
A mile away from SoFi.
Uber everywhere.
You mean Los Angeles Stadium?
Or what is it? Is it not SoFi now?
I don't think you can use the sponsorships.
Oh, yeah.
In the announcement yesterday at Scott's Miracle Grow Field, it was Columbus Stadium.
I forgot.
I guess.
Because the Olympics and FIFA have their own sponsors that they would like to have mentioned, not the sponsors that have already been signed up. That's so dumb. God, anyway.
It's really stupid.
You're right. That's what they do. I forgot about that.
I will say when I went to WrestleMania in LA, it was a very similar situation. And Tyvis, I did Uber there. I was not paying for parking.
No, that's what I'm saying. It's like, I get it that the infrastructure is not there necessarily to have all the parking for something like a World Cup. And hopefully, whatever games we get here for the Olympics, you have plenty of parking. The area is built for it, but you cannot have like the Nationwide garage suddenly cost $80, $100, $200 for someone to park. Like, hopefully the people who are organizing the Olympics will get that. Insert your laugh here, because that's my fear, is that you're going to go into this situation thinking, oh, it'll be like going to a normal game here, and then all the ticket prices are going to be inflated.
Do they do that for like concession stands too?
I'm sure the Olympics will have like final say on all of that. That's usually how it works. When a big event like that comes in, they take over everything.
You know, we should do that
while they're here,
because we're not far from ScottsMiracleGrow.com field. We should sell parking spots.
Absolutely.
And be parking
parking
attendants here.
Even better, Reeser, I think we should all have our own. Yeah. I don't know if your guys' high schools did this.
Radio loves money. Don't you listen to our commercial blocks?
I will sell you money. I tell them I will sell you my parking spot.
Yes.
Well, see, I think we should all have our own parking spot. We kind of do anyway, because a lot of us park in the same place.
$500, you could park in the same spot Jonathan T-Bone Smith parks in every day.
Well, and what we can do,
$1,000, you get Yolanda's spot.
Yeah. We should not go to management with this. Well, this is your idea.
Yeah,
let's just do it under the table.
Let's do it.
Yeah, I wasn't going to include the top end on this.
No. Well, I mean, come on. If you've been, I don't know if your guys' high schools did this, but for like senior classes now, the high schools, all the kids that drive, when they're seniors, they get to paint their parking spot whenever they want it. Yeah, like, because I've seen this now with my kids doing high school activities. When you go to these various high schools, there's always a part of the parking lot that's just a mural of paint jobs.
You must stay in like a wealthy area.
No, this is Marysville. I mean, come on. Like, we do it at our school, but there's other schools too I've been to where they do this. I'm saying we need to do that out front.
It's a good idea.
Get our parking spots painted with whatever would represent you.
But I'd have to get my paint and brushes expensed, so then I'd have to pay a company, because that's not coming out of my pocket. I work in radio. How much money do you think I got?
Randomly, shout out to Lindsey Vonn.
Oh, just spoiler alert. That's coming up. That's in the buzzer. We're going to hit that in a second. But Reeser, what do you guys have quickly before we get
Joshua Perry's in with us today before he gets a flight to San Francisco. Bo's still on injured reserve. He's day to day. Okay. Hopefully we'll get him back on Thursday. Jake Trotter's going to join us at 10:30 because along with Rutgers and Cal, now Florida State doesn't have any money.
Good.
The Blue Jackets are the hottest team in the NHL, and it's not just me. It's not just the National Hockey League that's saying this. Jody Shelley's going to join at 11:30. A big night for him. He reunites with Jeff Rimmer. We found out yesterday that Rimmer didn't consult Jody on the book about Jeff Rimmer calling games. And again, not just me that's saying it. Jody Shelley said that.
That's good.
And we also asked him, is Jeff going to make you buy a copy of his book?
Oh, I'm sure yes.
There's a chance.
Yeah.
He's not just giving away free books.
Oh, no, I'm sure I'm going to get...
This is a charity.
Buy the book.
But all of that from 9 to noon.
Good. 9 to noon, Bishop and Friends, right here on The Fan. Thank you, Reese.
Shove it down your throat. It's time for the buzzer.
Sponsored by Logan AC and Heat Services. Feeling the chill? Call the experts at Logan Services now for hot deals on Train furnaces, including 0% APR for 60 months.
Lindsey Vonn, you said it, Tyvis. She is apparently, she confirmed yesterday, she had a crash on a course in Switzerland getting ready for the Olympics. She injured her left knee on Friday. She confirmed yesterday that she completely ruptured her ACL. So no Olympics for Lindsey Vonn, right? Wrong. She said, I'm not worried about it. I've skied with a brace on before. Nothing's going to stop me from skiing in these Olympics. She is going to try to do, number one, downhill skiing, insane. Not just, I'm saying regular skiing, not easy to do. Downhill like they're doing for the Olympics, you have to be clinically insane to do that. She's going to do it with not MCL, not PCL, ACL ruptured. Not getting the surgery, bracing it up and saying, let's go. I've never skied, but I'm going to guess that doesn't feel great. So
I have to tune in to see this.
Got to be one of the toughest people on the planet.
This is unbelievable.
That's where you can't measure toughness. I mean, we don't have a scale for it, but when you tell me you ruptured your ACL and you're still going to go out there and try to
different.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, she's an Olympian, so of course she should be. But that's awesome stuff. So we're rooting for her for sure. Bishop and Friends coming up next. Have a great rest of your Wednesday. We'll be back tomorrow. T-Bone and Tyvis on The Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Seeing some slight delays over on the west side, really by Hilliard as you're heading towards Dublin. 270 northbound, a crash out there just passing Tuttle Mall. Shoulders are blocked 54 miles per hour. So again, not too bad, but still seeing a crash downtown. If you're especially heading there from the north side, it's 71 southbound at Weber Road, just north of Linden. That left shoulder is blocked and also looking a little bit slower than usual.